Hello and thank you for watching. This is STSC back again with LEGO Transformers G1 Megatron. Now I know what you're probably thinking. That's not a gun. So let me explain. I wanted a Megatron that could go with my recent G1 Optimus, but to be frank, I'm just not interested in trying to make the gun transformation at this scale. To make that transformation work and look as nice as Optimus would be a massive undertaking, and honestly, I'm just not invested enough in G1 Megatron to go through with that. So instead, I decided to do something a little bit more fun and create a custom Cybertronian alt mode for Megs. Personally, I'm a big fan of Megatrons with flying alt modes, so I've made him a Cybertronian jet. With all the baggage out of the way, we can finally focus on the model, and I have to say, I think it looks great. I tried to draw inspiration from his many jet modes across the franchise to create a truly Megatron-worthy alt mode. Like the classic Tetrajets of G1, he features a cockpit. Who that cockpit is for on Cybertron, I couldn't tell you, but I figured consistency with the existing designs was more important than logic. Under the nose cone, you'll find his fusion cannon, front and center and perfectly placed for bombarding Autobots from the sky. One of my favorite details is the little crest on the top of the jet. Some of you may already be able to tell what that becomes in robot mode, and I think it's a really fun part of the transformation. The wings have a nice swooping angle to them and end in some aggressive forward-facing spires. Bringing in Optimus for a comparison, they make for a pretty bizarre duo, but I'd argue it's not that much weirder than a truck and a giant gun. That's all there is to say about jet mode, so now it's time to transform. Here we have Megatron in his robot mode, where he's much more recognizable. He's a great representation of the cartoon design, and I believe that justifies my choice of alt mode. Trying to get a robot this nice out of a gun at this scale would have been a painful task, and personally, I'm perfectly happy having him turn into a spaceship. He looks wonderful, with only a small amount of extra kibble due to his new alt mode. Taking a closer look, starting with the legs, they formed the wings in jet mode, but they still have the classic gun handle shaping. What were the spikes at the end of the wings fold over to form his feet. His torso is clean and compact, thanks to the fact it doesn't really have to transform. I've tried to capture all the details, including his red flanks and representing his stomach greebles with an ingot. His arms formed the fuselage of the jet and feature some of the only real kibble left over from the transformation, with the cockpit of the jet folded up onto the backs of his forearms. His head is very simple, but I think for its size, it's a decent approximation of the classic buckethead look. Taking a look from the back, you can see that the crest in ship mode becomes a faux gun barrel. I think that's a really fun bit of the transformation. Bringing in Optimus for comparison, they look great together. Having these two robots together was the whole reason I built Megatron, and I'm so happy I did because they make an amazing duo. While I'm sure some of you will be disappointed in my decision to not build the gun mode, I couldn't be happier with it. I get a great looking G1 Megatron who fits in well with my Optimus without all the baggage of a crazy transformation. He's a fun, simple build, and personally, I really enjoy his new jet mode. But that's all I have for now, so I'll see you next time.